for years and years and years.
On this episode of NTS Adventures.
And it works for me. Stepping on the wings of these birds. The only thing is harder now for me. All these goddamn injuries. Get up really nice and close to the breast and give it a pull. And that's it.
And no disrespect to the person who built this. It's not very well done. Went somewhere in here. Oh, shit, he just flew. He just flew. Fuck. Life is good! Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NTS Adventures. Welcome to our channel. Beautiful day here in the valley today. We're sitting at about 20 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is for my American friends, but let's say it's somewhere around 70. But, but anyway, Annette and I decided, you know what, it's time to get out and shake it out for the bird season. I know it's not an ideal weather conditions for bird hunting. A lot of people would argue because it's so freaking hot out, but I don't know. So far, I proved that theory wrong, but we'll see how she goes. This might be the last bird we're gonna get all season. You never know. Anyway, I hope you stick with us for the next 20-25 minutes. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna shoot a couple birds and maybe have a little bit of a snack and enjoy the beautiful boreal forest / Canadian Shield that is only a half hour away from my back door. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some fun. When we were driving along here, and that's found this old dilapidated structure, which is I've said this before on the channel, this is part of the reason why we do what we do. We love these, we love finding these little broken down buildings and stuff like that, and kind of wondering what the history of them is going to be, and or what the history of them was rather. And you think about like this structure here, I mean, it looks pretty homemade-ish, honestly. And no disrespect to the person who built this. It's not very well done, but it seems like it's done with, it seems like it's just kind of somebody used what they had on the land to build it, which I guess in itself is worthy of some credit. They just gathered things from here and there and built themselves a shelter. I don't really see how to get in here, and I really don't want to open the door anyway because I don't feel like having to secure a scene today. Anyway, kind of cool seeing that stuff. And then it's this one over here too, and that when Annette first saw it, it kind of looked like it was a mini shelter. That one over there is like literally a cabin built of just hodgepodge stuff. so maybe there's somebody running away. Look at the, well, there's some new there's some new railings for us for the deck. That's actual wrought iron too, eh?
I don't know.
That's the real McCoy, that stuff. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. 100 years old or more, I bet, eh? We stopped at a little lake here. It's called Trout Lake, and it's a really, really nice little place. We come here and stop here very often. Our daughter, you guys met a couple episodes ago, Cash, she actually has spent some time here overnight. Really, really like it. We have fished it. We haven't had much luck. There's a ton of sunfish in here, and there are brook trout in here. I've looked at the stocking list, and it's stocked pretty heavily, actually. If memory serves, about 700 a year, but tough to get. Maybe I'll come and try it this year on the ice. And we'll see how it goes. We're going to stop and have an orange, maybe an apple, maybe a granola bar. And then hopefully we'll get another bird. Stay tuned. I'll clean this bird before we carry on. Now, I don't know if, I assume most of the hunters that are watching have seen this method. I've been using it for years and years and years, and it works for me. Stepping on the wings of these birds, the only thing is harder now for me. All these goddamn injuries. Get up really nice and close to the breast and give it a pull, and that's it. And then there's all your guts and everything there. Usually they come out a little easier than that, but today not the case. Anyway, you guys get the gist of it. Pretty easy way to clean your bird. This is an actual partridge. It's not a, what I mean by that, it's not a spruce hen, which is a darker meat. This is a white meat. I'm not exactly sure of the scientific name, but anyway, we'll get her cleaned up here and put her in the cooler and
I'll be on the way. A little snack for somebody. But there it is, nice and clean. I don't see a single pellet in that, because that's from my impeccable marksmanship, aiming slightly above the head and ensuring that a pellet hits the head, not the body. I'm not that good. It was pretty lucky though. Not often you using a 16 gauge. I think I got a number 6 in there, or 6 shot. Not often you get a bird like that clean from lead shot, but I did this time. But in all seriousness, that's what I try and do, aim slightly above the head, and that way we make sure we don't try to limit the amount of pellets you get in your meat. And then I always carry some Ziplocs in the buggy just for this occasion. Dunk her in there on the cooler. Keep it nice and cool. And then, yeah, we're good to go. Hello, Mr. Froggies. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Mr. Froggy. I like Mr. Froggy. No, I need more bullets. I only have one. Oh well. One's all I'll need. We just saw a partridge fly over top of us. Kept my eye on where he landed. And hopefully I'm going to luck out here. It's always tough when they get thick in a thick brush like this. Because what they'll do is they're fast. They'll move. They'll move really quickly underneath all this brush. They just go. So I'm hoping that I'll scare them up here. And sometimes if you stop, you'll hear them. They'll start chirping. They're panicking because they know they're being hunted. See? He's panicking. One somewhere in here. Oh, shit, he just flew. Fuck. Flew again.
and I didn't see where he went this time. Yeah, I think that's going to be a loss. Once he's gone like that, pretty hard to find him. That's too bad. He looked like a pretty plump bird too. Now I got to find my way out of this, or Annette will be having a worrisome drive back. Yeah, it's too bad. He went up into the brush there, and then he flew a second time. Well, it wasn't a bad day, actually. Quite surprised that we actually saw 2 partridge. I ended up shooting one, and the other one kind of got away on me there, went into the bushes and then flew again. And once that happens, there's very, very little chance you're gonna get it from there. But you know, I gotta get serious for a second here about bush safety, truly, because every year you hear about somebody getting lost, either in this province or somewhere in the nation or in North America, and sometimes it doesn't end up with really, really ideal results. So, and the biggest thing I would say in today's day and age is 4 critical things to always bring, always, and I never forget them. And number 1 is my electronics. In terms of my GPSs, we have 3 GPSs with us today, by virtue of my fish finder that I carry that tracks everything I'm doing and where I'm going, so I can follow my route out. I also have my phone here, and those of you that watched our trip when Annette and I went abroad, I spoke a bit about the app called Maps.me that I use out here. Also, Annette has a iPhone 11, and also with that iPhone 11 she has the emergency SOS, and in conjunction with that we carry a Zoleo. This is a satellite communication device. Trust me, they don't sponsor me. I'm nowhere near that, guys, but I just like to mention it because it's an important piece of kit to have. The device costs about $300 off the hop, and I think I'm paying $25 a month for a subscription. That gives me 50 texts, and it also gives me the SOS ability in the event that I'm stuck, or if, say for example, I just have a flat tire or some sort of mechanical issue, I can just text somebody and say, hey, don't worry, I'm just gonna change my tire or fix whatever I gotta fix, and I'll be on my way. So the electronics, second thing obviously is you got to make sure you bring some sort of fire, because even though the chances of you actually getting stranded out there with today's technology, it still happens. So bring a lighter obviously, and bring some matches, and then I always make sure that I bring my tarps. I got a couple tarps that I bring all the time. Got another one back there. And the last thing I always bring, always, is I make sure I bring extra clothing. I don't know if you guys noticed, Annette and I packed a couple big jackets in the back there, and even though it's 21 degrees out right now, the nights are going down to pretty close to 0 right now. So if Annette and I did happen to get broke down back there, and even though we could communicate with our Zoleo and say, hey, call somebody up and say come and get us, you know, maybe they can't come get us till tomorrow or whatever, it could be a long wait, at least you got some clothes so you can be warm. That's the spiel, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the day. Again, not too serious. Got a couple, actually got 1 bird, saw 2. Really fun drive. It was a really good shakeout for the bird season. Hope to see you guys a few more times here before the snow flies and we're out killing some partridge. You know what I say, guys, life is hard. And you know what? Have some fun. And remember, support your troops. We'll see you next time on NTS Adventures. Colin out.
Hello, Mr. Froggies. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Mr. Froggy. I like Mr. Froggy.
Life is good!